Hi, I'm Youni T, the American Soca Queen, and this is my OMG interview. I am Youni T. I am here in Trinidad and Tobago promoting my newest music. I have a couple new tracks out after the Soca Carnival season. They are still Soca songs, fused with a little bit more American R&B flavor, just to kind of catch a wider audience and show people the angle that Soca can go. I am a Midwest born and bred, corn-fed farm girl from Wisconsin, USA. I landed in Miami about 10 years ago and hooked up with a producer who had been looking to do something even more different with soca music. And in the studio, he said, "Want to try this?" And I said, "Sure." So I started digging into the greats, so the Destras and the Fans and the Patrices and the Allison Hines and, that's obviously the female greats. And then the Machels and the Bungees and the everybody else's, that Super Blues that have all made soca what it is today. And so I am doing my best to A, do soca proud, and B, spread it to people like myself who had never heard of soca music and didn't know what it was until I landed all the way down in Miami. So I don't think it should just stop in Miami, it should spread a bit further. So that's what I'm attempting to do. Loved it, absolutely loved it. I'm a singer of all genres of music, so I am definitely a lyricist. I write my own things, so if I like the lyric, it doesn't matter the type of music. But I wanted to try something different because I've been singing forever and I've sung everything from R&B to rock and roll to funk to Motown to, I've even done some heavy metal here and there, but when I heard that, I said, now we're talking. That's something I would like to get into. So that's when it started, and that was about 9 years ago. Definitely the people, the culture, the warmth, and the welcome that I always get from Trinidad and Tobago when I come through, and when I send music down, I find that a lot of the people are very open to trying something new. Obviously, I get a few raised eyebrows, but usually after they catch their breath and actually take a listen, they say, okay. And I worked very hard at trying to perfect my Trini accent for y'all to appreciate and to be able to take my version of soca music, and I wanted it to be as authentic as I could make it while not coming off as fake. But I do some with the accent and some without, just again to keep it what it is, but maybe introduce a new angle to other people that don't know it, and to give a new angle to the people that enjoy it as well. So, patience. Woo, patience. And I'm not by nature a patient person. That's how I operate. But so now I just do this, and then I just kind of wait. And as I keep doing this, I think, okay, sooner or later, people will catch it, people will catch it, people will catch it. So patience would definitely be the biggest lesson that I've learned. And that's okay, because, if it's worth having, it's worth fighting for. So I'm still fighting. I was fortunate enough to do Roxy Circle, Stag Stage in Roxy Circle a few years back. I did a launch with Denise Belfort in Barrelpore a few years back. I used to play when the Carnival Village was in the Savannah, I did shows there regularly for the seasons that it was down there. And I would have to say, to date, I'm most excited about the fact that the music is being played on the radio more, and it's being played much further into the season. I know this year it was actually being played Carnival Day and Monday and Tuesday, which, for someone like me starting from the very bottom is, in my humble opinion, a big deal for me, So, and even after, it's being played now, even after Carnival's done, it played the following week on some radio stations. And so that's why I'm now bringing back the less Carnival focused lyric type of soca to stretch it and make it beyond the seasonal type of thing that a lot of people still kind of associate with soca music. So what Trinidadians I think don't understand about maybe soca music is that unfortunately not everybody knows what it is. I think because it's so ingrained in the DNA of this country and the many countries that celebrate Carnival in the similar way, that they can't fathom that people don't know it exists. And I hate to say that because it's such a sad thing to have to say out loud, but it's unfortunately true. And I want them to understand that I get it. Like, I understand the love of it, I understand the culture of it, I understand the joy it brings, and I would love to help spread that. And it's not that I'm coming to take anything, or the we-ting kind of mentality that I run into sometimes is unfortunately a limiting thing for Trinidadians that I know are dying to see soca go mainstream, global, Grammy status. And it is all love and all respect and all because of Trinidad that soca is what it is. But let it fly. Just let it fly, and you'll go with it. Don't worry, it's not going to leave you behind. Just let it go so everybody can experience it. That's the one thing I think sometimes they miss, that it's not it's not. I guess they know it hasn't gone as far as they'd like it to, but I think just that concept of let it fly, and it's all going to be okay. It'll be fine. I am a huge Kes fan. I think his voice is amazing. I just think I've never met him in person, but just he seems one of those good vibe kind of guys as just a human being. His music is amazing, and I am all about also a girl power movement in soca music. Bring the girls together and let's rock it out. Because it's a very male-dominated industry. So I just think of personally the American shows that I've seen of the female powerhouses in any genre. In America, you'll put your rock and rollers with your R&Bers, with your country singers, with your soul singers, with your gospel singers, and you'll throw them all on a stage and just turn up the mics and rock, ride it out for the next 4 or 5 hours. And I would love to see a girl power kind of soca fusion extravaganza. That's what I'd like to see. I would like to see as many collaborations with soca artists as possible, just because, again, America has a lot of single superstars, but a lot of them love to work together. And I would love to be part of helping soca expand its reach. And, if a Grammy falls in my hands, I'll say thank you. On behalf of Trinidad and Tobago, thank you for finally recognizing soca as it should be recognized. Let me put it that way. I would just like to say thank you, because I know I am a lot to take in and to take on in a place where people like comfortable and they like tradition. So all the people that have interviewed me, to OMG for taking even this time to even give me 5 seconds to see what I'm even about. The radio stations who have played me, the DJs who have played me, the hustlers, the grinders, the movers, the shakers, my management, Miss Nicole Farrell for taking me on, because we both knew when she signed up that the struggle would be real. And it is, but that's okay. So just thank you humbly to every person who has put me on a stage, turned the mic on and handed it to me in Trinidad and Tobago, especially in Trinidad and Tobago, when I know many of them were getting looks like, what are you doing? Why are you giving her a microphone? Why are you letting her perform? Why are you pushing play? So that's it. Just thank you, thank you, thank you. And I promise I won't disappear and not give credit where it's due to anybody and everybody along the way. So that's about it. I think my OMG moment was probably my very first, well, I had 2 OMG moments back to back, because I had heard Trinidadians can be a little bit ruthless when it comes to artists being on a stage and they don't particularly care for them. So my first OMG moment was when I was in Roxy Circle on the Stag stage, and they let me come on the stage. I think it was about 6 o'clock in the evening. And when I looked out into the audience and I began performing, and I literally saw probably about 500 people frozen in absolute mind blown, not being able to even comprehend what was happening. So that first moment was like, whoa, okay, this is going to be quite, it's going to be major, the amount of effort that it's going to take to you know, get people comfortable and familiar with me. That was my first OMG. But in that same moment, I got through both songs, and by the end, they had kind of snapped out of the bewilderment and shock, and nobody threw anything, no toilet paper. I have not been hit with any fruit or vegetable of any kind, and they actually applauded. And to my one guy, that God love him for I don't know how much rum he had consumed in that day, but for jumping up and waving for me the whole time, and he was going from beginning to end. So that was probably my biggest, okay, I see the work is cut out for me, but they like it enough to let me keep singing, and I have not been physically harmed or hit with anything yet. So that was probably my biggest, that moment, my first one was probably my biggest. I don't care what you're trying to do to me. Youni T is my name, and love's my only game. So drop what you're doing, or we'll take you down. Better luck in another lifetime, bringing new flavor, sexy energy. I'm here to change the game, so come get a taste of this white girl. Step in the ring with me, and wind your ass off. Stop hating on me. Start loving on me. Stop hating on me. Keep loving on me. Also out called Sensations, which is another R&B fused vibe with steel drums. Like to use a lot of steel pan in all the music that I do, not just pan music. And check it out. All I can say is there's a little something in it for everybody. The pan lovers, the lyric lovers, the mainstream music lovers, the soca lovers, the groovy lovers, the power lovers. I've done power, groovy, jab, chutney, parang. Other than that, I haven't done anything. Thank you so much for spending your time with me here on OMGTT. And you can check me out at Facebook /Younity, YOUNIT vibes, VIBES. That's my Facebook handle. You can get me on Instagram at Youni, YOUNI-T. And you can, for booking, you can contact Nicole Farrell, 726-3591. And thanks for having me, and more to come. Bye.